Is all depression mental or psychological? That is a statement for our local church today. Pastors need to address spiritual depression in our local church. My mission statement is to share God's joy with suffering Christians with depression. That leads me to ask the question, how am I going to accomplish that? Therefore, my research question is, how may pastors minister joy in the lives of Christians with spiritual depression? My major discovery in the process of creating this project was the cause of spiritual depression. It is a result of feeling guilt and shame and the deep sense of God's absence in an individual's life. To say the least, it is unbelief. For example, to build a biblical and theological basis, Martin Lloyd Jones' books, its causes and cures is recommended. It is essential to my mission because it provides an avenue to which pastors can reach out to those who are spiritually depressed in a local church. Medicalization of sadness, depression, and spiritual distress by De La Villa is recommended as a social science-based source. It brings a new perspective to my study. She argues that environment and context affect the way individuals experience spiritual depression. It treated human as body, soul, and spirit without deconstruct human into parts. The first part of the project is talking about spiritual depression, and the second main part of this project is to solve and provide a cure to those who are spiritually depressed within the local church. Since we are working within the church context, Piper's book, When the Darkness Will Not Lift, Doing What We Can While We Wait for God and Joy, is the contextualized source for this project. Due to more investigation, my new question is, what will joy look like in the life of Christians with spiritual depression? Because if I am to see for result, my question must look toward the effect. To that end, my new mission statement is to share God's joy with Christians with spiritual depression, because I want to focus mainly with spiritual depression rather than depression in general, and specifically with the local church. My major takeaway I received from the process of doing this research was how to create a good research questions. It can be frustrating to keep changing your questions many times as you keep on finding different resources on the subject. A research practice that will for sure stay with me from this class is creating annotation from the Zotero software. A research question from that class that will for sure stay with me is, how may pastors minister joy in the lives of Christians with spiritual depression? I'm hoping to build a theological and biblical response to the problem of spiritual depression. Fight spiritual depression. You must talk to yourself rather than listen to yourself. The word of Martin Lloyd Jones. I find this to be true because if spiritual depression often comes from too much introspection, which gives birth to shame and guilt, we must proclaim the word of God in our life to overcome it. If you have any suggestion that can contribute to the mission, please share with me.